All right, and we are live. Hi, everybody. Zach New here and Aaron Hall from Joseph and Hall to give you an update on the Parole in Place program from the current Biden administration. We've got some cool new updates. I guess we got a lot more details about the program, and we're excited to share that. Still more details to come, but want to make sure you guys have as up-to-date information as you can get. Anyways, I guess the big announcement is that we know when the program is supposed to go live. People can apply for this program according to the Biden administration's announcement as of August 19th, 2024. So just a few weeks from now, they should be accepting applications. We are still waiting for the official posting in what's called the Federal Register that gives the exact eligibility criteria and exactly how you would be applying for this. But broadly speaking, they have said, hey, we should be good to go as of August 19th. So with that in mind, I think that we can probably start, I guess, collecting information, collecting documentation in preparation for those applications to go out on that date, covering the specific eligibility criteria for this program. Aaron, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about what folks might want to be collecting, what the eligibility criteria that we know are. We can bounce it back and forth from there.
Sure. Yeah, so what we know, well, first of all, as a reminder, this program is for spouses of U.S. citizens, and they have to have been married as of June 17th, 2024, and the applicants have to have been in the United States for at least 10 years prior to that. So we're talking about June 2014. And that's basically what you're going to have to prove to be able to be granted this thing called parole in place. Now, parole in place is for people who entered without inspection, who don't have a visa that they entered on. And so if you entered on a visa and overstayed, this program's not designed for you. It's designed to basically resolve the issue of not having entered lawfully and therefore allow people to adjust status. So what do we know that people could start collecting? Well, first, obviously, the proof that you were married. So that's for most people, just a marriage certificate. And then documenting the 10 years of physical presence leading up to that. So that can take a lot of forms. We can use tax returns, tax transcripts, school records, hospital or doctor's records, bank statements, lease agreements, all kinds of different things. And actually, USCIS has published a list of examples of types of documents that some people might be using for proving that element of the application. And then if you have a prior conviction or something, an arrest or charges on your record, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're disqualified, but you likely will have to show what happened with that charge. So we call that a court disposition. And so that's something that you would want to start collecting now. As far as the update, like Zach said, we now know that they're going to start accepting applications on August 19th. We don't know which form they're going to use or whether they've created a new form. We don't know what the filing fees are going to be. There are still some unresolved questions about who might qualify and what will be the impact of other grounds of inadmissibility. But at least we have that start date, and I think we've talked about this with our clients. I think that for a lot of people, it's going to be a big advantage to file early in that process, to file in the opening day or days rather than waiting for longer, because there's going to be a lot of people that qualify and a lot of people who want to make sure they have the best chance possible of getting it approved before there's a potential inauguration day. Which I guess is the other big development that relates to this program, really, is that there's a new candidate for office. So President Biden has announced that he's not going to go forward and run for re-election. And it looks like a sure thing that it's going to be Vice President Kamala Harris as the candidate for the Democratic Party. And because this is a creation of the Biden administration, some people might have a question about what that would mean. Well, as far as I know, Vice President Harris hasn't commented on this program at all, but I would be very surprised if she didn't want to continue with the program if she's put into office. So I would expect it to continue. There may be legal challenges, but I would expect her to do everything she can to continue the program. On the other hand, if former President Trump wins, he has said that he will cancel the program. So that's the update election-wise. Zach, what else do you have?
I think the only other, I guess, 2 points would be that USCIS has announced that one of the eligibility criteria is that you don't have certain criminal convictions that would constitute a threat to public safety or national security. So that if you do have kind of more serious criminal convictions in your past, it might be worth jumping into a consultation with either us or another attorney to figure out if that is disqualifying, if that's something that maybe there could be a workaround for, or otherwise. And then the second part of this, I think we're talking about potential challenges to this program, potential cancellations to this program, and why the timeline is so important. I think legal challenges to this are going to be just inevitable. I do think that there is a very, very strong chance that this would survive any legal challenge in the end. But that doesn't mean that there wouldn't be a temporary pause in the program, which, if you're trying to get your green card, I assume you want it sooner than later. So I would echo, get this done as soon as possible. Contact our office if you would like. We're prepping these as much as we can already. And yeah, so we'll have our clients filed as close to August 19th as we possibly can. More details, I guess, more information on the eligibility criteria and things like that will be coming out in the coming weeks. But we've got the date, so folks can start collecting documents, and we're happy to help facilitate that for you if you'd like. Yeah, nothing else from me, Aaron.
Great. Well, we will continue to have these updates Mondays at noon Denver time in English, Wednesdays at noon Denver time in Spanish. You can also follow along with our newsletter and our website to see all the latest developments. We're tracking everything very closely, as you can tell, and are happy to do consultations with anybody who might be interested in the program.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.